Hello, beloveds. This is Amy Caryn Johnson, and last week I began recording a message channeled from the Earth, Gaia, and I have been given the assignment of channeling messages from Gaia for at least the near future. I wanted to share that I'll be recording these sometimes with video, sometimes maybe just with voice and images instead. I have previously, if you've seen my posts before, been focusing on astrology, human design, the I Ching, and a little bit with the gene keys. I see this as a way of bringing forth the different expressions of love, basically, and how we are all a unique expression of love, a unique combination of those expressions, of all those possibilities. That's the gift I see that the I Ching brings us, is that greater awareness of how all those different expressions can actually play out and be a blessing, each and every one of them. I don't believe that there are any bad hexagrams. So what I wanted to share today was a little bit of what I've been getting. The way that I channel, I do get into a meditative state where I'm just bringing forth a direct message, but also I get things here and there throughout the day. I've been really merging my energy a lot lately with the earth because I feel like it's such an integral part of who I already am that it's supportive to me and supportive of me. So I just wanted to share some things that had been coming through to me and through me earlier today before I do the actual channeled message. So what was coming through was that everything can be a portal for love. Every planet, including Earth, of course, every star, every sign, every plant, every animal, every person, every stone, every chakra, every cell, every gene, every atom, every hexagram of the I Ching, and every yin and yang line that makes up those hexagrams. So when you begin to embrace these myriad ways that love can express itself, you go beyond the apparent differences, beyond yin and yang, beyond this versus that, and you begin to see the larger unity. I say larger because if you skip ahead to just oneness without accepting the differences first, you may still be able to be dragged down sometimes into duality, into separation, and struggle if you encounter those differences. It's still beneficial, of course, to what I would call bathe in the unity of Source regularly, but there may still be some other work to do when you come to those resistances. So what I would ask you is, what are you resisting? Whatever you're resisting, that's the portal where if you can reach acceptance, an even more diverse and expansive stream of love can then come in and heal that wound by exchanging that resistance with acceptance. So just think about that, and maybe there'll be more to come on that concept. So I also wanted to address, and was getting the message to address this, that this is the reason that we have incarnated here on this world at this time. We're all infinite beings of love in reality at our core essence, and yet we came into these physical bodies for a reason, to express some different aspects of love that just allow us to explore bigger and better ways of really realizing how vast love can be. So the population on this planet has diversified to a large degree, and it is now time for that diversity to be accepted by everyone, rather than being the subject of conflict, which has been the case largely over the most of history. And that acceptance, of course, begins within each of us. So that is what I love to bring forth through human design, astrology, and the I Ching, also through movement, intuition, and contemplation. Those are all important ways, different expressions. I'm very open about my background generally, and I'll share more about that another time probably. I'm open with my voice and what my filters are. When my website comes out soon, I'll be posting my charts, my astrology charts, my human design charts, and then you will be able to see how I've filtered these things through, because we all have filters. And I know that it is unique just as yours is unique. Everyone needs to see not only the oneness, but our transition, how we have worked through these resistances and how we have come to acceptance. That's just as valuable as the oneness of source and love. Everyone's work is needed. I don't claim to be the answer for everyone. So take what resonates, show love and appreciation for what resonates, and then see which ways you can come together with your truths. What makes places have a higher vibration of love than others is two possible aspects. One, that a portal has been fully opened and love has been accepted there fully. Or two, and this can be in combination or not, more than one kind of portal has been reconciled. And here's Newt, my dog. He's got a little frozen baby food that he's enjoying right now. So the other way is that more than one kind of portal has been equally accepted and reconciled, and the love that is expressed differently on more than one of these portals has been reconciled and equally accepted. So for example, not only is there more often a higher vibration of surrendering to love in nature as opposed to indoors, but also nature is almost always more diverse than indoors because there's just more life. There's more possibilities in nature than our limited indoor spaces. So only the belief in separation from love is negative. That's what I believe. So if you hold the vibration of love, this is the best inherent protection that you could ever want. Just holding that vibration of love, and that will attract love to you, as opposed to the belief in separation from love. Because if you believe that you are separate from love, or that any particular aspect is necessarily separate from love, that's when you get competition, that's when you get resistance, that's when you get people who want to shut others out, that expression out. And it's not to say that we have to be with everyone all the time. Obviously, we're all on this world, so we're all together anyway. But when we perceive that we want to maintain that separation from others because of our differences, that's when we get into negativity and things that we may need to be protected from. So I hope that helps explain where I'm coming from, and then I will add in a video where I meditate and bring forth a slightly more direct message from Gaia here in just a moment. Thank you. Hi again. So now I'm going to get into a meditative state. I'm going to definitely do that by breathing. I will also probably do a little bit of toning this time. That'll be just sounds, basically, vowel sounds, syllables, and I may interchange that with some silence in between as well. and then we'll see what comes through. Greetings, beloveds. Amy's dog Newt is joining us today. And so we would like to reinforce what Amy shared before about how everything can be a portal for love. Yes, including animals. Amy has enjoyed having this puppy for the last few months, and she has had challenges as well with training and focusing and setting boundaries. And so it seems sometimes that each day she learns another place where there's a little resistance to something that is mirrored in Newt back to her, for her to identify it and come to a place of acceptance. And love. Many of you know me, Gaia, the earth. You know that I am a being, but you may not know much more about me. Some of you may associate me with the soil, the clay, the dirt. But I, as a being, am much more than that. I am a being just like you. I store the memories of the millennia, of all of history, all the cycles, and all the new and different ways that love has been expressed here, as well as the conflict. But each time there has been conflict, there has also been an opportunity for more love, more unconditional love, more of the kind of love that sets each of you free, that allows you to be more of who you are, not less. And so, I invite each of you to look for the paths and look for the support from me on those paths. for you to unlock those points of resistance, for you to accept the new and different expression of love that lies waiting within each of those opportunities, each of those situations. I promise you it's there. Just like when an oyster has a little irritation from a grain of sand or some other foreign object, when that oyster sits with it, as oysters have no other choice but to do, it becomes a pearl of wisdom and a pearl of love, something precious. So please go forth and see the diversity that I am, that is here, that is you. See that diversity as the gift that it is. See that diversity as the opportunity that it is. Embrace it, love it, come together. Support each other. And that includes, of course, the physical. That's why we're here. Namaste, beloveds.